Hello, I will be running you through a demonstration on how to register on ICN Gateway, how to successfully complete your ICN Gateway profile, and how to submit an expression of interest. To start, you will need to go to gateway.icn.org.au. If you're a new user, you'll be signing up using the Join Now button. For any existing users, you will log in using the Login button. If you're a new user, click on Join Now, and you will see a summary of the 4 different subscription levels that are available on ICN Gateway. The basic one is free, and then there are 3 different tiered paid subscriptions on an annual subscription fee. If you scroll down, you'll be able to see what is supplied for each different subscription level. The free is our most basic, but it does allow you to create a company profile and submit expression of interests. The big difference between the free and the paid is that your profile will not be visible on our supplier database on the free. It is visible on the other 3 paid tier subscriptions. Depending on the level of subscription you pay for, will determine how high up you sit in the supplier results. Premium subscribers appear at the top of any search results. Below them are the Be Compelling subscribers, and below that are the Be Seen subscribers. I suggest you have a look through and decide which package works best for you. You're welcome to contact us at any time if you have any further questions about the different subscription levels. When you're signing up, scroll down, click Select under the specific subscription that you have chosen, and then select Continue. You will then be asked to complete your details. You'll enter your name, the email address which you would like to use to log in, your best contact phone number, either a landline or a mobile, and then you will set the password that you'll be using to log in. When you click Continue, it will ask you for details about your business. You will need to be registered as an Australian company because we will require an ABN for you to register. This is linked to the Australian Business Register, so all businesses with your selected ABN will appear from the list, and then choose the one with the name that you would like to appear on Gateway. If you're already in the system, you will receive a message like this saying that you already have a match. If you would like to join the existing company account, select Request Access. Otherwise, if this is not the same company, hit Go Back, and you'll be able to complete filling out this section. You'll enter the address and then tell us what this address is. Is it a head office, a factory, a warehouse? Enter the address here. And then general contact details. So this will be how we can get in touch with you. The best email address, your business website, and again, a landline and a mobile. Once you hit continue, you will be sent your ICN Gateway login details. I won't be able to proceed as ICN is already registered, but for the sake of the training, I will show you how you will then log in once you've been emailed your details. You'll click the login button here. You will enter your email address and password, and then select login. ICN Gateway uses 2-factor authentication. For the first-time users, rather than seeing the screen here, you will see a QR code. This QR code will need to be scanned into an authentication app. If you're already using one, you may use the app that you're already using and scan the code into that. For anyone else, we do recommend the Google Authenticator app. Scan the QR code into the Authenticator app, and then that will link to ICN Gateway. Every time you log into Gateway, you will need to open the app and enter the 6-digit code that appears on your authenticator. I will enter the code on my authenticator, but make sure not to copy this code because this is unique to me and my login. If you're having issues, you can click the Reset 2FA Authenticator, and that will let you start the whole process again if it is not linking correctly. This is your dashboard. If you're a first-time user, you will see your business profile will not be sitting at 100% complete, and you will be required to complete your profile. This is a very important part of ICN Gateway. Your company profile is essentially your company resume, and that is what project owners will view whenever you submit an expression of interest. If you're on a paid subscription, it is also what people will view on your profile when they do a supplier search and they find your company profile. There are quick links here to complete your profile. You can also complete using the tabs up above. Under Business Profile, you will need to complete the data under every single section listed here. The bottom one, Premium, is just for premium subscribers. You will also need to complete the details under the Document section. I will give you a quick run through of how to complete each of these sections now. Under Business Details, you will provide information about your company. Some of this will already be pre-filled based on what you entered when you first registered. You've got your full company name. If your business goes by any other names, you can enter them here. So that way, if anyone runs a search, you can still be found using one of your alternative business names. Your ABN should already be completed, as this was done when you first registered. We also need to know whether your business is Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander owned, so select yes or no. And don't forget to hit save at the bottom of each page. The next section is your summary. We've got a summary and a full description. There are a lot more characters allowed in the full description, but it is the summary that is the most important when using ICN Gateway. The reason being, it is the summary that is sent through to project owners when you submit an expression of interest. The description is still important. That is something project owners can request after viewing your summary, but it really is the summary that is the most important. A few tips about completing your summary. Try to avoid marketing jargon because it's not going to be looked upon favorably by the project owners. They're going to be receiving sometimes upwards of hundreds of EOIs, and they need to know quickly at a glance what your business does. So keep it short, keep it snappy, and tell us what it is that you do and any really important things about your business that you would like to stand out. If you are a local manufacturer, that's something really worth mentioning because a lot of the projects that we have on ICN Gateway are run by the Victorian or the Australian government, and they would like to promote Australian companies that manufacture locally. Other things that are worth mentioning, specifically for Victorian projects, anything related to the Local Jobs First policy or the social procurement framework. Local Jobs First means promoting Australian and New Zealand manufacturing and services. So again, if you're a local manufacturer, that's worth referencing. And if you're hiring locally within Australia and New Zealand in regards to your staff, that's worth mentioning as well. In regards to social procurement, if you are doing any of the social procurement initiatives, these are worth mentioning as well. There are 10 different targets, 7 in relation to your staff and 3 in relation to sustainability and the environment. If you'd like more information on social procurement, I do recommend doing your own research via the Vic government websites. But a few things that are worth mentioning here are whether you're hiring staff from a disadvantaged background, that can be from the correction system, Aboriginal Australians, females in construction. That's a big part of the building equality policy at the moment. And in regards to sustainable outcomes, whether you're saying you're doing carbon offsetting or you've got recycling initiatives, these are all things that our project owners are looking for and actually have quotas that they need to meet. So if you reference that in your summary, you're more likely to win work. Again, you can elaborate in your full description, but make sure all the quick and punchy information is in your summary. We will need an estimate of your annual turnover. This information can be sent to project owners to determine whether you're the right fit for projects, but otherwise this information is kept confidential. We also need to know your number of employees. Anything with a red asterisk is mandatory, so we always need a total global and a total for Australia and New Zealand, but these other boxes are up to you to complete as required. We have a key partners section, which is people that you have worked with previously, and previous significant projects, where you can add any projects worth mentioning that you've worked on previously. And again, don't forget to save. The next section is your capabilities. This is a very important section and can take a little bit of time to complete. This has got to do with our taxonomies within ICN Gateway, and this will help match you to the different projects listed in Gateway. There is quite a large selection to make, so what I first suggest doing is using our search button up the top here. Now, this is where you tell us what it is that your business is capable of doing. If you're an electrical company, you can type in that word, hit search, and anywhere the word electrical appears, it's 44 times, you'll be able to make that selection. Now, this is automotive electrical, so that might not be quite in your wheelhouse. So you can just keep hitting the next button until you see electrical in a field that suits you. This is electrical engineering under clean energy. You can keep hitting next and check the boxes that are relevant to your company. The way this works is anytime we put up a new project, we fill out this form as well. And anytime a project has the same selections as one of your profiles, you'll be sent an alert about that project. This can take a lot of time, but you only need to do it once, and it is very important. This is a really vital step in completing your profile, so do take as much time as you can on this. I'd suggest starting with the search first. Use any keywords of what your business has done. Keep hitting next, make the selections, and then just as a backup, I would also suggest clicking through into each area and opening them up just to have a look, just in case there are any areas that do apply to you that were missed in your initial searches. Once you're done, don't forget to hit Save Changes. The next step is the products and services. This is a pretty straightforward area. Tell us yes or no whether you define your business as a retailer, service provider, wholesaler, etc. Under the products and services, this is where you can list what it is that your business does. Same with facilities and equipment. Each of these sections, we do recommend that you list all your details in alphabetical order. This can make it a lot easier for the project owners to find what it is that they're looking for when they're reading their EOI reports. This last step is you letting us know whether you're interested in joining a joint venture or collaborating with other businesses when you submit an expression of interest. Again, don't forget to hit Save Changes. The next section is locations. This is letting us know where you are located. You might have multiple offices around the state or around the country, and it is worth mentioning each of these here. You can add new locations by clicking the Add Location button. Often, project owners are looking for proximity to a work site. So the more addresses you can list, the more benefit that will have when you're submitting your expressions of interest. Next, we have the contact section. This is where you can add, modify, create, or delete employees. Not everyone will have the ability to do this. It does depend on your security settings, but your primary contact will have full administration rights and will be able to edit contacts as required. So you just click Add Contact. It's a warning saying that you understand they will be sent information about it, and then you will fill out their details. And this will create an account and send those account details to that employee that you've added. The next section here is notification preferences. This is another very important section. Each notification preference is unique to each user rather than per company. So every user that you've got listed under your company account will have their own notification preference settings. You can select the contact from the list here and then adjust their settings as required. To save time, if you would like your staff members to have the same notifications, you can actually fill them out for one user and then select Copy to Contact. So if I would like to copy my notification preferences to my colleague Lauren here, I can select her name and then click Copy. This can be really useful because, again, I'll show you, this is the same taxonomy set that we used before under the capabilities section, and it can take a bit of time. So it can save you a lot of time by copying the contacts over. If you would like to keep the notifications different, then each user can just go in, select their contacts, and leave this blank, and they can make their own selections. Now, with the email notifications, we've got different areas and different types of emails that are sent out. Here we've got general ICN information and updates. This is about system changes, about the portal and new products and information. We've also got our newsletters and briefings here. So if you are interested in hearing about industry briefings that we run in the different states, this is where you'll make those selections. We've then got our major projects and our regional opportunities sections. Now, first of all, you'll let us know which areas you'd like to hear about. and then you will tell us again the different capabilities. Now, this is a great button here. If you click this, this will mimic everything that you entered under the capabilities section. So that is everything that your business does. And I do recommend clicking this button because that will copy everything over here. So once you hit yes, now all the selections that you'd made on the other page will appear here. Now, this is a slightly different section to the capabilities. The business capabilities is you telling us what it is that your business can do. This is the notification section. With the notification preferences, this is you telling us what you'd like to hear about us from. Now, we often find making some slightly different selections in this area can be very helpful for your business. So if there are any areas perhaps that you'd like to move into or that you're interested in, you can make selections here. And anytime a project pops up in that area, again, we will send you an alert. This is you giving us the permission to alert you to projects in this industry, in this region. So a lot of people do prefer to make more selections here than they do in the general capabilities section. So this is where you'll turn these on. We've also got regional opportunities. Now, this is for anyone interested in the regions. Now, we've got different areas depending on state, and we also cover New Zealand as well. So you'll just click into the area and then select the regions that you'd like to hear about us from. The regions have their own taxonomies, slightly different to the one above, and thankfully not quite as many selections to make this time, but you will need to go through and click the different areas that you'd like to hear about us from. Anytime a regional opportunity is posted, the relevant selections will be made, and again, this is how we alert you to the different projects that go up. So you will make all the selections as required, and again, don't forget to hit Save Notifications. The last tab here is for premium subscribers only. So I'll just click into it just to show you an example. So premium subscribers have the ability to show how their profile is displayed. Everyone else will just fill out their profile and it will look the way everyone else's profile does on Gateway. Depending on your subscription level, a few more things will appear the higher up you are. But with premium, you actually get to design the page yourself. So this data will pull over from your initial completion of your profile, but then you get to make changes as required. So again, this is unique just to premium users. You'll also get a copy of our logo, which you'll be able to put on your profile, and just it states that you're a premium subscriber. We'll then move on to the documents section. Again, this needs to be completed alongside your business profile. So these sections are pretty straightforward. So you're letting us know whether you've got accreditations in these certain areas. Sometimes it will ask for certain codes that you're linked to, yes or no's, a bit more information about associations and pre-qualifications. And then we've also got certain areas where you will be required to upload documents. So this is industry compliance. You'll tell us the name of the membership, the certification dates, and you'll need to upload a copy of the document. It's really important that you do stay on top of these sections. Once the document is expired, it is important that you replace it. Same with insurances. You'll need to fill out any details here. And again, that happens with licenses. Now, capability statements and quad charts and promotional material, these are unique to the Be Compelling and premium subscribers. The capability statement is something that you can create from your profile and it will download into a template for you. This can save you a lot of money. A lot of people have to go to external designers to create a capability statement. This is built into the profile for you and you can design it yourself and download it from one of our selections. Same with the quad charts. This is a feature that we've built in for the Be Compelling and the premium subscribers. It will pull data from your profile and you can download a copy. So it's definitely a value add on one of the top tier subscriptions. Lastly, with the promotional material, this is unique to premium subscribers and it will give you a badge to show that you're an ICN Gateway premium member, which you can list on your website. Lastly, you've got your account section here. This is where you've got the ability to make changes to your subscription levels. If you would like to change your subscription, you can click Modify Subscription. You've got the ability to change your password. If for whatever reason you want to remove your profile, that can be done here. And when you're ready, you'll log out. So that is how you'll complete your profile. You can always double check by going back to your dashboard. And and it will tell you the percentage that your profile is at to be complete. Now, we do require profiles to be at 80% or above, just to make sure that you've got the right amount of content appearing and that project owners that you're submitting expression of interest for will get enough value from your profile. So do make sure to have that on at least 80%. I'm now going to run you through how to submit an expression of interest. If there is a particular project that you're looking for, or if you'd like to generally browse through the open projects, you'll click on the search button here. I'll also show you quickly, this is where our supplier database is. So if you're looking for suppliers, you can run a search through the supplier database, choose a location or region, and hit search. And this is all our subscribers. So as I mentioned, the premium subscribers appear up the top. And then we've got our Be Compelling and the Be Seen subscribers showing underneath. So that's a general search. It'll show you the area and anyone that's got this keyword in the search. We've also got our projects. So we'll have a look. You can make your selections, we'll look for a keyword and we'll run a search here. Any project that has got mention of the word wind will now show up. We've got project results and we've got work packages and we have opportunities. Projects are posted by government departments or by commercial entities. There is a difference between the two, at least for Victoria. Our government pages will have a local jobs first logo, whereas our commercial pages will have a company logo. So that's something to look out for. You'll run a search through the project page. You select the name of the project here, and this is where you'll get more information about the project itself. Every page has got instructions down the bottom of how to register an expression of interest and how to complete your company registration. Now, this step is what I've just taken you through, but you will see down the bottom here, we've got 2 links to user guides, which is creating the profile and how to submit an EOI. They're also available on the bottom of every single page on ICN Gateway. So this is some tips about how to complete your profile, and here's the user guide for submitting an EOI. Once you're on a project page, you've got your project overview, then you'll click into work packages, and this is where you go to submit your EOI. There'll be different types of work packages depending on the nature of the project. Every project will have an any opportunities work package or what we call a general work package. This is a catch-all for everything on the project. Some projects have more specific work packages, which I will show you by going into another project page, and they will drill down into different areas of the project. Let me find one. Here we go. So here's a good example of a project with very specific work packages. So if you fit into one of these, you will submit against that specific work package. But if you would like to be involved in the project and the work packages don't quite meet what it is you could supply, you will submit for any opportunities. This is a really great place for things like security companies, catering, accommodation, anything that's outside of construction, because a lot of the work packages are often very construction focused, but that doesn't mean the project owners are only looking for construction companies. Always worth submitting under any opportunities. So once you find your work packages, you will click the Create EOI button. Now this will pull data directly from your company profile. So that's why it's really important you complete your profile first, then you come to submit EOIs. General EOIs will look like this. There's no other questions required. You'll just click Create EOI and then you'll hit the Submit button. And as I said, that will pull the data direct from your company profile. Some projects also have what we call pre-qualification questions, where there might be extra questions that you need to answer on top of what you've already entered into your company profile. Anything with a red asterisk is mandatory, which means you must complete it to be able to submit your EOI. There'll be text responses, some will have check boxes, yes or no questions, and areas that you'll need to complete extra questions. So scroll down, fill everything out, and when you're ready, hit submit. If it is something that you'd like to come back to, there is actually a save for later button, which you can click. That will save what you've completed, but be aware, look at this red message, it has not submitted your EOI. So it's saved what you've done, but it hasn't been submitted yet. So it's really important to remember that. Once you come back to your profile, if you click on the EOIs tab here, you'll actually be able to see any of your previous applications. So you can click into Work Package EOIs, and it will show you any incomplete EOIs that haven't been submitted yet. So this can be good to keep an eye on, and it will also show you a history of all your previously submitted EOIs as well. There are different types depending on the nature of the project. Opportunities are for regional projects or for projects listed by city councils. Trade shows are for trade shows, but most of the packages are work packages, so these relate directly to a project. You can also run a download report for your EOIs, and you can filter if you're looking for a specific project, and we've obviously got quite a few listed here. That is the end of my demonstration today. And if you do have any further questions, you can always go down to the bottom of the page, and we've got a contact us section here. Now, please be aware in terms of reaching out to ICN, we are a national network. Each office has its own contact details. The help desk will redirect you dependent on what state you're in. It will direct you to your relevant state. ICNL is our head office, so if you're needing to speak to a head office in Canberra, this is the best number to use. Otherwise, you can just call the help desk number and it will redirect you to your required state. If you're interested in a particular project from a particular state, you will need to talk directly with that state. Each state is in charge of its own projects on ICN Gateway. If you just have general questions about ICN Gateway, again, best to talk to the state that you live in because we help service our own suppliers based on where their head office is. That is the end of my demonstration today. Thank you for listening, and again, give us a call or shoot us an email if you have any further questions. Thank you so much.